believers of the benefits of being saved, but in the midst of that, there's a need for me to deal with something. Let's talk about salvation for a moment, because I believe that salvation itself has been so downplayed in the church today that many people are not experiencing the benefits of being saved or enjoying the benefits of being saved because salvation has been so downplayed. It has been so downplayed to the fact that when you talk about being saved, basically most people, all they're thinking about is escaping hell. When there's so much more to being saved than that. Actually, the word salvation from the Hebrew word yasa means to help. It means to save. It means to help in distress. It means to rescue. It also means to deliver. And when you look at it from the Greek, sotaria, it also means to be set free, to be delivered from something. So when I accepted salvation, I immediately entered into a position of deliverance. So many people are missing the benefits of salvation because they have such a narrow perception of being saved. When I accepted Christ, I was set free. When I accepted Christ, I was rescued. Rescued from what, B.W.? I was rescued from the snare of the enemy. I was rescued from the danger of spending in eternity in hell. So salvation is much broader than what many are experiencing. All right? Well, I want to talk just for a minute about who can be saved. Because last week we had quite a few young people here, and we elaborated from Revelations and chapter 20, dealing with how in the end time or in the judgment, many are going to stand before the Lord, great and small, and the books were open. And it says in another book, which is the book of what? Of life. And everybody's name that is not written therein was cast into the lake of fire. We also dealt with Revelations chapter 12, and we began to understand why we are always talking about how the warfare has intensified. Because in Revelations chapter 12, he let us know, he said, for Satan has come down among us, and he is full of wrath, for he knows that his time is short. So he has stepped up his campaign, because he knows that his time is short. So we got that cleared up on last week, and I just imagine someone was sitting saying, okay, now that I understand how important it is for me to be saved and to escape hell and get my name written in the Lamb's Book of Life, who can be saved? Well, let's look real quick. We're going to hit a few things. Romans chapter 10. Romans chapter 10. And we're going to keep it very simple. Like I said, this is a foundational teaching, but it's a powerful teaching. Amen. Romans chapter 10, say amen if you're there. Amen. And if you will look at verse 13, in verse 13 it says, I'm sorry, I'm at the wrong, my big fingers hit the wrong thing here. Amen. It says, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. The reason, Minister Stephanie, I'm taking my time in teaching this so basic is because not only do we want to remind the believers the benefits of salvation, but we want to encourage those that are not saved to be saved. But at the same time, I want to break this down so that those of you who feel like in 2019 this is your year to win souls, you can also pick up some basic fundamentals on how to witness to people. How to talk to people about it. Because trust me, there are some people out there who feel so that they have messed up so bad that there's no hope for them. You'd be surprised how many people that says, you know, you don't understand. I've done some pretty bad things, and I don't see where God would save me. I don't see what God would want with me. But it says here, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. All right, let's look at something. Go to John chapter 1. John chapter 1, say amen if you're there. In John chapter 1, look at verse 12. It says, but as many as received him, to them gave he power to what? To become the sons of God. Even to them that believe on his name. So everybody that received him, he gave them the ability to become children of God. That's a good one, isn't it? Everyone that received him. Now this is powerful in John chapter 1 because you have so many people say, I believe the Lord, I believe in God, I believe in Jesus. But have you received him? All right. See, believing that he exists, believing in the reality of Jesus is not the same as receiving Jesus. So he's not saying just because you believe he exists, just because you believe that there's a reality to Jesus, that doesn't mean you're saved because of that. When he talks about believing in the Lord, he's talking about trusting in him, putting your life in his hands. Let's look at another one real quick. And I thought, since we're in John, let me just go ahead and tap on this one real quick. Y'all are already familiar with it. John 3:16. See, we're talking about who can be saved. John 3:16. For God so loved the world. That he what? Gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth on him should not perish, but have everlasting life or eternal life. Whosoever. So who can be saved? Anybody that want to accept Jesus. Jesus will accept you. Lo, I stand at the door and knock. He said, if you'll sup with me, I'll sup with you. In other words, if you'll open up, I'll come in. Good God Almighty. That's a blessing. If you'll open up, he said, I'll come in and I'll sup with you. Amen. Now let's look at something. I want you to see something very powerful. In John 3, I saw something else. I ran into something else. In that same chapter, John chapter 3. Look at verse 36. It said, and looking up on Jesus as he walked, he said, behold the Lamb of God. I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong one here. Me and my fingers. My mom used to say, y'all got them Craig fingers. We got those big fingers. All right, verse 36, right? Okay, look what he said. He that believeth on the Son hath everlasting life. And he that believeth not the Son, what? Shall not see life. All right. But the wrath of God abideth on him. All right. See, we couldn't just give you all the sprinkles on it. All right, say it. We got to put this reality. Notice what it said. Whosoever believeth upon him hath everlasting life. But he that believeth not the Son shall not see life. We're going to talk more about that in a little bit. All right. So if they don't believe in Jesus, if they don't receive Jesus, they won't have eternal life. All right. Go to 1 Peter. Are we moving pretty good? Go to 1 Peter. First Peter, go to chapter 3. 1 Peter chapter 3. And we're still talking about who can be saved. Now, right about now, if you're witnessing to somebody, they should really be feeling some joy. Because these passages have revealed to us that anybody that want to be saved can be. Anybody who chooses to receive Jesus can have everlasting life, can have salvation.